Fart.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Echo. We're doing episode 2 today. It's going to be a little slower. It's not quite as many shootings as the first one. So joining me as always is Terry, who doesn't
The
like to do his
channel.
own intros for some reason, and we also got Fan here.
Hello, this is Fenmore from Fenmore on YouTube and Twitch. We do random gameplay playthroughs and other things.
Uh,
Come
Did y'all
join the
hear?
show.
Did y'all hear my intro? Because I did say it, and then Kaiser cut me off, or did it just
I,
not
I
go
didn't
through?
I didn't hear anything. That's why I started talking again.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was talking, so it must have been like spec, I guess. But
Hmm.
yes, I am Terry from the Terry Candlestick channel on YouTube.
And you can
Go
always find me
on.
at Kaiserhund on Twitter. I will never call it X. I don't care what Elon Musk says. All right, so we're doing episode 2. This one is Two Cats in a Bottle because this is our. It was trying to be a bottle episode to save little on the budget between the splashy first episode and what's going to be the madness of number 3. So we'll see what we got here. All right. So we start back in Sam's room. It's still night, and the seeming stranger is can be seen more clearly. Scars on his wrists and neck. His neck scar is visible with what seems like a collar and a buckle carved into him, with his snout having a small white stone pierced into it, but oddly a charm on his paw, an anchor. Beyond those things, he has an aura of darkness instead of the unparalleled goodiness of TJ. The smoke starts to settle as Sam comes into view. His dark mustache, in contrast with his fur, as the smoke settles in, as he comes into view. But Sam has a scowl on his face.
Sydney, what the fuck are you doing here?
And hello to you too. Too.
We're glad to see you, but
You know never to come to 1925. I made that clear.
we die a lot this year. We just want you to be safe, not not just for our own sake, but there's a lot of bullets going to be flying around too.
Uh, so what? Want me to cry about it?
No, you don't get it. We're the anchor. You die, you're erased from time, because you are not part of the loop. And we have a very pissed off Gia and Ram on our ass. And because we fucking love you, please keep being alive for once.
Well, every grain of sand, every cloud, hell, even the other planets all get reset. Everything is gone. When TJ was here, he made me this awesome mixtape, and then it was just washed away as things reset. The only way to survive is to get you back in space outside the barrier.
Don't blame me. I'm not the ship's science officer. I didn't calculate the time difference, or whatever it's called. I don't know what went wrong with the numbers.
No, not like death as we know it. There's no coming back from it.
If we die, the whole multiverse behind the barrier gets reset to day one, and everything and everyone gets washed away like a sandcastle on a beach, from trinkets to deep loved ones.
I know, I get it.
Sam walks over, smoking away, and flicks the little cat on his nose.
Cindy, it is good to see you.
But since you're here, let's first have a drink. Sam walks over to the vanity where the drinks are. He rests with his back to the mirror as he drinks. But what reflects in the mirror is a medium-sized brown otter with a blue shirt and cargo pants looking back. The little cat walks over, but in the mirror, what reflects back is a big brown otter with big muscles, a black shirt with a skull on, and a hat on his head. But his blue eyes shine out even from under the hat in the dark.
Who'd thought this is where we would end up? Drinking bathtub gin.
No, fuck you. I have a great distiller, thank you. I'll show you later.
What's up Sam's ass? Because I'm guessing he's not hot.
We were just little kids playing on the lake till a child's wish. Well, that's all in the past now, I hope. Chase side-eyes Sydney.
Yeah, we settled that. Chase, Echo killed me, not you.
Sydney takes a drink from his glass, but cringes at the taste. Still can't drink like an otter. Sydney takes a drink from the other of the glasses in front of him.
Tastes good on a cat's tongue.
I know, I wish. I know, I wish I could taste things like an otter again.
Is being a feline that bad?
Sydney and Chase grab their other glasses. They raise them and drink in unison and are grossed out by it. Tonic water
Ugh.
tastes like shit on a cat's tongue.
Ain't no
Of course, you
water.
probably like that, Sam.
Ain't no water like an otter's water. Besides, you and Sam can switch any time. Besides, you have Super Otter to use when you get into trouble.
Trust me. There is no water like otter water from the bathtub. Trust me, that was one.
We
That was
only
a
charge
one-time
that to
thing.
our famous client, Sam.
But it tastes like shit too.
I'll sell it on eBay for a lot of money.
Yeah, bathtub water. Bathtub gin water.
Yeah, Chase's bathtub water.
Bath water gin.
Otter
Flaky
water gin.
Sam. Otter water gin.
Alright, so we are at Sam on page 4 at the top.
Yeah. Trust me, that was a one-time thing. For the end of the world emergency sort of thingy.
Do you guys think sunning yourself across all infinity is easy?
I'd like to try. Infinite Sams to rescue everyone. That'd really make me protect the girls. And make that money. Oh fuck, James would love that. Gangbang, never mind.
It's so weird you talk like that about my boyfriend's great grandfather?
Was there 1 or 2 generations between Noah and James the Fourth?
Farside powers aren't that great. Get some and then we'll talk shop. Besides, super speed sounds awesome. Till then, it's just me that can see the multiverse.
Ugh.
Sydney finishes his drink.
The cat way. A little sweetness makes the medicine go down. I wish I had some Emerald Isle cream to share. Makes regular milk taste like ass.
Well, is he hot? Because I can name some asses I'd like to eat. But the last time I did it, I got wool stuck in my teeth.
Oh, that Carl. Sam kicks back a massive swallow of his drink as he nearly chokes his hold back his laugh. I'd like to have you stay longer, but we can't have you die again. Once was enough, young man. All the things one would do if that happened. The Gila Venom would be fine, Carl's horns would smash me good, so you're forbidden from dying again. Chase looks at them. Chase looks up at the more muscular otter. I'm the grown up here, young man. Now we're going to check your readings and we're going to get you on your way. But come back soon. Kind of like the high school years. We'll roll out the red carpet for you.
TJ got a week, of course. That's because even his parents fell for the seeing double excuse. For a whole week. Are they okay?
Sam looks away to think about it. Also, it was 2012 in senior year, and it was awesome. I finally got a good spring break with him, and I'm glad he could see his parents one last time.
Yeah, I finally got to talk about something other than Leo's dick that year.
But I want details. It was big, right? I always assumed he was packing.
More girth than long.
Big muscles, Little D, you know how it go. Anyways, I've seen
He
bigger.
was a chode. What can we say? Like a little
Yeah,
tuna can.
steroids. Well, of course you have, Sam.
Sam had said he let out a chuckle thinking about that.
Sorry, I'm a bitch tonight. Wait. Sorry, I'm a bitch tonight. I owe you a drink, or 10, when we have time.
So before we all get killed again, Chase finishes his drink.
One thing.
You see both the cat and the otter in the mirror lift their shirts, show a pair of glowing circles inside his chest.
The upside parental tech. Lung enhancements, not up to otter levels, but it gives extra minutes to hold my breath.
You otters and your waters.
Sam transforms into Chase to give Sydney a big otter hug. What would Carl say? In stoner tone of voice. Just like, look it out, otter bros, or something, my dudes. Chase and Sydney laugh.
That's my boyfriend, you know.
And my best friend. Also, what does horns feel like?
When you like to know.
Girls, please. We can and will do this on the way.
What?
We have to go to the mines. The cat boys walk out of Sam's room. Then, inside the hip, still at night, Sam unlocks the trap door and they enter the tunnels. Internal, Cliff's room, night. Will lays out bandaged with a naked weasel sleeping on his stomach. Cliff has a big, deep vanity with lots of lights for him to do his makeup with. The closet stuffed with many pretty dresses, but there's also a rather thick book tucked away in the back. Murdoch brings him a drink and one for himself.
Never had anybody to watch before. Without a big badger joining in. I doubt that. Well, was it just for show? Well, I heard you can be a little rough with the boys. I wanted to make sure you'd be all right. Am I more trustworthy now? I don't want him hurt. You love the little guy, don't ya? What was that voice you like that you like Will to have? Like Elmer
So,
Fudd or
just,
something?
I'd say just something deep and gruff, because, he is, a Wild West sheriff.
It's kind of like a
Right.
New York character.
That's Murdoch, right?
No, Murdoch is like the charismatic fox. Is the
I had them
shopkeeper.
backwards. All right.
Shopkeeper.
All right. I think we just did You Love the Little Guy, don't you? So Murdoch. We took jobs in the smoke room because we had to. And every hall will have at that one client that goes too far. Sam and I watch over him as best we can, but always there will be that one. And I heard you with Sam while having a drink at the bar. His father wants him back in the old country.
Yeah, they're so loud they can hear him downstairs.
1 second. Stint quite the crazy fucker to get him back. It took a blade for him. Well, can't let him get taken away. And for him to not be himself, just a shell. That's why I had to leave to protect my family. I have to protect him. So will Sam, against anyone, even if he becomes wizard. And I'm here to help too, you know. That right?
Suddenly, the door opens. Todd bursts in the room. Sheriff, I have my report to make my report.
Not now, Todd.
Murdoch goes to push him out of the room. Oh, I see you and the mister. Or is it Mrs. these days? Todd closed the door.
He is still Mr. Todd.
Murdoch pushes him back a little towards the door. Well, Sheriff, I saw that big bony feller. He was chased by Sam's automobile with Mr. Tibbets in it. How did he get back here so fast?
I saw he'll become a wizard and time travels. Well, something, says Sam. So there's two of him for a while, I guess. He's been acting odd tonight. The fuck does that mean?
Will shifts in bed and Todd can see under the sheet. Todd's ears turn bright red. Golly, Sheriff!
Is everyone liking the view tonight? I know I am.
Murdoch pushes Todd back some more. Well, Sheriff, I saw Sam with Dora chasing after that bunny fellow back to his hideout. Then they exploded it with all that they had in there. It could have burned the whole town down. Golly, it's a good thing they didn't.
Now they'll have to attack another way. Good job, Sam.
But they did take out the eastbound track.
Oh, great. We can't evacuate town easily. The west track is slower route getting up the hill, with the closest stop being much further away.
Murdoch stops pushing.
But they can't get more support from the Windy City. They have to take the long way around.
And that took out the direction of the telephone wire, so they can't call anyways.
Sam knew, and he knew the best way to protect us. If he wasn't a cat, I'd say that he was smart as a fox. Todd, go home and go to sleep. Tomorrow's gonna be some shit. Murdoch, strip down and help me cuddle your boyfriend.
Todd exits and Murdoch takes off his bow tie. Internal, the underground town, the underground tunnels of Echo at night. The two walk along the underground in the dark, except for an old-fashioned lantern as Sam holds it high. The tunnel is rock, red with darkness casting a purple shadow all over it. The two walk single file in the tunnel as there's not room for the two of them to walk side by side.
I still don't know how we never knew about these tunnels growing up.
Well, they are secret, and just extensions of the natural cave tunnels that run under the town.
We just made a few more for rum running. But really, how's everyone doing out in space?
Well, Carl got into some trouble with the leader of the herbivore planet.
Bavonia.
Bavonia Prime. Chief Bulba wouldn't let him leave, so that's why I'm here.
Ah, the things we do for love.
How are you and Grandpa Chase doing on the Aqua Planet?
Dude, we totally have water slides and public transportation. Hydro pressure tubes to get around. A dumb cat lungs mean. I have to take short trips only.
But Grandpa's okay?
Oh, he loves it. That was the time of his life. So many stories for him to write, and the Uplift department loves his reports.
And how are the Begay girls doing?
Jenna and John are doing well. They got science one. They got science one with the pyramids. I forgot what it's called. They are trying to understand Keith's powers and the whole ghost possession thing.
Don't double dead name her. She goes by Jill now, not John.
Like someday they could separate us.
For make you an otter again?
They are trying.
Besides, it's weird that the great native hunter and fighter of the Old West, then he possessed a girl in 1915, and boom, his egg cracked, and now John is Jill. Who'd thought ghosts can transition?
It's never too late to be your true self.
Please, we'd seen crazier.
The new TJ, I know he isn't going to do well on Amorpha. They are not going to do well with his Jesus talk and ska tastes. And given how they treat me, they are the most hated of the 8 sibling races. Even more than the wolves, which is saying something.
Right, praise the parents and all that.
You'll see soon enough, well, that's why that's crap.
Cliff and Murdoch are doing well in the jungles in the Hindos. Lots of music and pretty dresses for them.
You haven't brought up that special someone yet.
He's fine. He became the pet of a captain of the fleet's flagship. They say he used to be the emperor of the Wolf Planet. But the parents themselves stepped in and forced the Adastran Empire to have.
Hello? Hello?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear me?
Okay, there you are.
Oh,
So
You
where
guys cut
does
out again,
he...
yeah. Yeah.
I'm just gonna restart, Sydney.
Yeah.
He's fine. He became the pet of the captain. He became the pet to the captain of the fleet's flagship. They say he used to be the emperor of the Wolf Planet, but the parents themselves stepped in and forced the Adastran Empire to have a female empress. And Vincent is on the captain's side, as well as the uplift officer. Leo is still obsessed with you, and his quest to become worthy.
Good to know, but
We want to know about your beloved Scaly Boy.
He's still the grumpy Gila. We all know
Yeah,
and
like
love.
Gila Monster.
Yeah.
That you
Shut it.
love. Ha ha ha!
Hey!
didn't he get stuck on that weird world? With the things like that Marco monkey thingy we all met?
What were they called again?
Humans. I think that's how you say it. Yeah, weird furless, muzzleless, mad lad monkeys. Flynn is mad he's stuck with that Marco guy and his weird robot voice. He says he was stuck with it because of his parents' will. And they have so much media they're making him watch. Like instead of Superwolf, instead they call him Superman and crap like that. But I think that it was my Gilla I think it was my Gilla so grumpy. He so grumpy is he's just lonely. No me and no Ram along ding dongs for him either. And stuck with that Marco guy, who's more love struck than the wolves. Then even than the wolves, than even you are, Jace.
Oh, hush. Just because Vincent.
I miss his venom. I miss his everything. Fucking hell. We settled things, and then we have to go. Then we have to move out we have to move out space and literally have stars between us.
Better than being dead and him crying on your grave. You know, we found him passed out drunk on your grave more than once.
Fuck, really? Poor Flynn. Damn.
Yeah, there we
Do
go.
do 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 do. We're just loading the Terrier 2.0. You
News
know,
of
the
the
map.
Beep, beep, boop, boop, boop. Hey, we all are. We all are working our way through things. Being the anchor isn't the easiest either.
It's been more than 1,000 years for us. The whole time dilation thing. Centuries since TJ visited. Sam and I were the everyone gave up.
No, please. We're the talk of the Galaxus. We're We are those have been touched directly by the parents. Most of us are treated like royalty.
Mostly?
Cats aren't liked much. Never mind.
They find where the path winds into the mines themselves. And then internal, the hits bar at night. Cynthia sits with just her underwear and drinks from a tall glass of beer. Grandpa Chase walks down, still holding his bag. Am I Cynthia and Grandpa Chase? Okay. I
Yeah,
guess you're
dude, this
part of.
one's all you.
Oh, this is my big scene. All right, everybody, look out. I guess you're part of the crew now. Well, that fills me with pleasure and prestige, but I don't know what I'm joining in this notorious and notable crew. We're all lost people. Came to Echo for our reasons, but here changes you. We found each other. Madame Dora had the wisdom to bring in Sam and I. The group grew from there. Cynthia gets up and wobbly walks around the bar. Should we be hitting the suds tonight? Cynthia pours herself a beer. I am. Close her eyes. Sam is still keeping things from me. I thought he told me everything. She pours Grandpa Chase beer too. Sometimes we have to bear and brave things alone. Yeah, but why doesn't he know I'm here for him? He's one of my girls too. Two tip their beers and have a chug at it. You really think Sam is worthy of it? I was worthy of trying? I bet my life on it. More than once, and I'm still here. And you really think that's the future we saw? I don't know. Weirder things have happened around these parts. What a quizzical and questionable quip! I guess I should put something on if I want to surprise Sam at the back door. Well, I guess he gets a lot of surprises at the back door. Say, while you're up, can I ask you about a room? He's up to talk to Murdoch, but he's made himself scarce for now. I got you. This way. Cynthia beckons Grandpa Chase over to the stairs and leads them upstairs. Internal, the mines at night. The cat boys enter the wider mines and find men working even late into the night. Pickaxes chime into the night as the gold and iron ore is getting picked clean. They enter the main floor and find a tiger with a clipboard. The tiger is tall with a meaty frame. He still is wearing overalls like he's still a worker, but he has a blue cap that matches the color of his overalls. His fur contrasts his clothes with a bright orange and black stripes.
Samuel, what are you doing in the mines so late? We have to escort a friend to the depths as tour. How's the night shift going on? Well, the night shift is the only time I get to see Nick anymore. With all that rum you're running, business is good right now. And you two just bought that cute house with his cut of the rum money. But you and the rest of the boys should go home, get some rest for tomorrow. Nick has more time to tell you what happened at the hip. We do? Yes.
Yao looks at Sam in the eye.
Does it have to do with your little friend?
I'm not staying long, but thank you.
All right. Pack it up, boys.
Yao tilts his cap and allows the cat boys to pass through the mines.
You know everyone.
Keep going in circles. Keep going in circles. You learn your way around.
The two continue proceeding further into the depths. An internal distillery area. The two enter what seems to be a mad scientist lab. Beakers glow and bubble. Test tubes are full of all sorts of colors are about, and the only light comes from the Bunsen burners and Jacob's ladders. There's a rat in a lab coat in the center, goggles over his eyes as he rubs his paws together.
Ralph, what are you doing?
The rat stops and lights up his lantern.
Brewing. Ralph, are you not sleeping again? Sorry. I'm fine. I'm just perfecting my newest recipes. Wait till you taste my newest rum concoction. Found a new way to distill pineapples in record time.
What with all this?
A test tube explodes.
Well, maybe that's a different formula for an explosive. Wait, Sam, who is this pipsqueak?
Fuck you.
Girls, hush. And Ralph, go to bed. You get all mad scientisty when you're awake for days. Fine, Sam.
Ralph begins powering down his equipment as the Catboys continue onward deeper into the mines. And then internal the room. Night. Sam can barely fit as he and Sydney have to walk sideways through the passage to get in the mines.
Who
Yeah.
was that guy?
He was the town pharmacist. When Murdoch's family left town and closed the store, he was left out in the cold too. Not everyone can work in the smoke room after all.
But we do need a chemist for brewing, and he knows how to make quite the bomb when he needs to. But too much time with just him and his lab gets him a little off kilter.
The two enter a widened room and Sam stops.
Oh fuck! I heard of this place. This is where Brian brings his victims.
That's not all.
This is also where the cycle starts, where Sam fought a man to the death, and where he got touched by the parents. Give him just a moment.
I'm fine. We need to keep moving.
Sam lifts the lantern to show the red-colored walls that look like blood dripping down over the rose quartz white that lines the walls. So, what's it like flying a spaceship? Sam looks down at his paws and sees blood. It's not there, Sam. You're okay. Just breathe.
I killed him.
Are you two okay?
Sam and Chase switch bodies. The light lowers and dims in Chase's much shorter paw. I have my own bad experiences here, kinda. So many timelines. Brian kills me here. Digs a hole just over there. Even without Duke and a spell, he still thinks killing me will stop the town hysteria. And those are the better ones, the ones where he doesn't want any fun first. Sidney holds the scar to his neck.
You don't have
Holds
to
his
tell
scar on his
me.
neck.
You don't have to tell me about Brian's sense of fun. Ugh.
Sidney shudders. Yeah, let's get moving. It only gets worse from here.
Worse? How?
Otter sleeping rules. No floating away from me. Chase grabs Sidney by the paw and leads him deeper into the mine. The depths of the mines. The two work further down rope ladders into darkness until magic blue moss and purple crystals begin to glow and light their way. We're close now.
Your paws are sweaty, Sydney.
Sam, hush, it's the first time. They enter the final passage.
Be
The room
gentle.
of the parent. The two enter the room of the parent. The two enter the final room. Even with the lantern, there's nothing but darkness. Just hold my paw. Don't float away from me now. Remember, it's not real.
What do you mean?
The darkness gives way to a beach on a sunny day. A small child TJ and Chase cower in fear with a larger, more powerful otter child. It's not real. Just take the readings and we can go.
Not this day.
Young Cindy laughs like a mad otter waist deep in the water.
Your tit dirts are my bitches. 'Cause you're just a couple of fags. And I, king of the seas. Shut the fuck up, me.
It's not real. It's just your memories. You were a dick as a child. We all know that. Sydney falls to his knees out of breath.
What's what's in your heart gets reflected in this room. The parents can't communicate directly. It shows you parts of yourself, and somehow you're supposed to understand what that means. Kind of like some Harry Potter shit.
They're gonna put a hat on you.
It's totally not Deep Space Nine. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I did not rip that off at all. No. These aren't the prophets.
Puts the hat on. Expelled!
So yeah, the day you died. The beach falls away. The darkness returns.
Go take the readings you need so we can get the hell out of here.
Sydney pulls a device out of his pocket and starts pushing buttons on it. But something new gives way in the darkness. It's TJ and Sydney strapped to a table. His hands and feet are spread wide apart. It's not real! What is
Ugh.
this?
What? Oh yeah, go. Okay. The
I thought I
night
was too sorry.
TJ died. Oh yeah, I'll edit it then.
A massive bear with his eyes bloodshot and crossed glow in the darkness. A high-pitched laugh rings through the cave. What is this?
The night TJ died.
What?
Like I give a fuck. Bring it, you piece of shit. It's not me in the mirror. It's TJ. And I'm an otter. Do whatever you want with this lynx body. It's a rental. Then I'll haunt you next. First thing I'm gonna do. I'm going to get that bear ass in the shower.
Masked bear steps around in the shadows. Oh, golly, what's going on? Sydney's eyes water and tears begin to run down his face.
What the hell is this? You doing voices now, kid? 'Cause help you.
It's supposed to be because it won't help you.
'Cause it won't help you.
I'm in charge now.
You done fucked with my money, boy. So you fucked up big time. Now I'm gonna have some fun.
Oh, please. You're not as bad as my first murder. He was a real piece of work. He killed an otter with water. Now that's fucked.
Sydney falls to his knees.
Stop it. Please.
What are those things he's grabbing? Ah! Brian rolls out torture instruments on the table, all dull and rusty from all the repeated use.
Oh fuck yeah. This is rental. So let's stress test this thing.
Oh my god! Brian tightens the buckle around the neck part of the table. It can be seen that the buckle is in the shape of the scar around Sydney's neck.
Stop it. Harder, Daddy.
He's barely able to breathe, but he laughs all the same. The device beeps. Sydney's eyes widen as he looks at himself getting tortured. TJ screams in terror and pain fill the cave. Brian loosened the buckle to let his victim breathe a little.
What's wrong with you?
I'm a ghost. I'm an otter. This cat body isn't mine. Being a big bear sounds fun. But for being a faggot, you have the worst fur routine.
Don't call me a hobo like you.
What's going on? I'm so confused. Oh my god, why? Table Sydney just laughs as the bear does his thing as his breath gets choked out of him. Chase picks up and carries Sydney out of the room. External Sands of Echo at night. Chase carries Sydney out of the back of the mine and gets into the desert night. You're okay. You're okay. It's all okay. Sydney just shakes and falls with to his hands and knees in the sand.
What was that?
Brian is just evil. Forget about it.
It's my fault. TJ died because of me.
How? I was right there and I saw it all, but how?
He couldn't take it. By the time I made a deal with the bear, there wasn't much left of him, left of his psyche. That's why there's only me.
For a night with Brian, you got off lucky. Tears run down the Link's cheeks.
I didn't know that could happen.
I killed him. I killed TJ.
Chase slaps him with his little otter paw. Snap out of it! At least one of you lived. We found another lost TJ that needed us. All we can do now is live with our mistakes and move on. Even if you relive your life over and over, there's only so much you could do. Take it from someone who knows. I have to keep living my life over and over again so we can keep that thing down there safe. The space people think it's a god. John McGay thought it was the devil. James Hendrick thought it brought prosperity at the cost of children's blood. It gave me the ability to see what shouldn't be seen, and that's the good one. I hate it all, but that's what we have.
Take it from me. Living this long isn't what it's cracked up to be. Mistakes, regrets are all part of life.
Sam looks at his paws as the blood fades away slowly. The little lynx gets to his feet. We've tried to make better timelines. So many times it made it worse. Like if I don't date Leo, Micah and him die of heroin overdose on senior year of high school. And nope, that's your line.
And if someone tries to take my line again, and if I don't take your dad, what? And if I don't take your dad's,
And if I don't make your dad shoot the gun,
if I don't make your dad shoot the gun, he beats you to death a few weeks later, and the rest of your family suffers more than I can say from what we heard in the trail.
and we can't change the day you died. You couldn't hear me or Sam yet, so we have no way to do it. Our mistakes are what make us who we are.
How do you relive all your mistakes again and again?
For you guys, I know I'm with space guys trying to find a way out. Excuse me. I know you were with space guys trying to find a way to get that thing out of here and time to move forward again. I am Faith with my friends.
I'm in faith.
I have faith. I'll fix that later. I am Faith! I have a faith build. Behold, I have the Blasphemous Blade. I'm trying to get a rule. I got my sweet gamer skills. Look out, Carl!
Uses her Cypherpoda. His Cypherpoda.
I faith.
Dude, I like the DLC's version where it's a metal pada, where it's just like this giant pole on your fist that you just poke things with.
So till then, we are the anchor, even if we have to keep going in circles.
For you!
For Murdoch.
For Flynn!
For Will, Nick, and James.
Carl, Jenna, Vincent, and Leo! Portella broke up with. Just respect that I'm a man!
Cynthia, Grandpa Chase, and Cliff.
So take this reading back to space and have the Galaxias fix this!
Right.
Sydney's eyes dry. Sydney runs in the desert at super speeds, a streak of red, gray, and black into the night. The boys return to Sam's body and walk towards town. Outside Lake Emma at night. Small cove alongside the north cliff of Lake Emma. The ship is different than the Jackal ship, as it has more curves and fins to make it seem more of an aquatic ship than an aircraft. Sydney's paw print opens the hatch and he climbs on in. Inside of the spaceship at night, Sydney sits in the one-seat cockpit. All the controls start to light up.
Engines powering up.
Transferred data from my quadcoder to the ship's memory banks.
Star Trek only has a tricorder. We have a quadcorder, so we one up them. No, no, ha ha ha. Sydney
We're
continues to
better.
push them. Sydney continues to push buttons, but he notices on his wrist the charm on it, and the anchor glistens into the light. Flashback. Outside, Echo off Route 65 day. Flynn, Carl, Jenna, TJ, Vincent, Sydney, Grandpa Chase, Murdoch, Cliff, and Leo stand around Chase. They all look toward a strange figure. He stands slender with a furless, his face flat, and his neck being held together by metal, dressed in a tight tight space blue uniform, showing his twink body with an emblem of Earth.
I'm sorry things have to be this way. I understand how it feels to be controlled by the parents.
Marco grabs his neck.
But why does it have to be Drilla?
But, Sammy,
Because we can't let that thing out. It nearly destroyed this world. Let alone it got off this world. And if a parent is still in the sapiens realm, it'll just make another, again and again. This is bullshit.
You sure about this, Sam?
Murdoch put his paws on Chase's shoulder. Well, old chap, this is a sacrifice. I'll have to write you the best news stories to read when we get you out of here. Grandpa Chase is the first to walk on the ship. Grandpa Chase raises his balled up paw into a fist into the air. This is totally lame, like celery lame. Sydney looks away. Murdoch and Cliff load onto the ship next.
Am I worthy of going?
That needs to be fixed. Because it's already Chase. Sam transforms into Chase. Yes, you had a rough reawakening, but you came back to us. Not just from death, but from the edge. Now on and live.
Chase transforms into Chase.
Chase transforms into Sam, just letting us transform back into Chase. Chase hugs Sydney. Besides, I think Flynn, is not gonna let you die again.
So, the best we can do is wall off this star system with an energy barrier and lock this area in a time loop. Because there is the only timeline that you won. I guess it should be this. Because this is the only timeline that you won. We will have to preserve this and the prime timeline.
I don't think anybody's
Okay,
set up for Jenna.
Who is Jenna again?
No one. But that would be crazy. Living the same century over and over.
It's why it has to be us. Because it wouldn't be so long for you guys. Carl, it's been what days since you were touched by the parents?
Think how long you'd last if you had to repeat the last few days over and over again.
Kaiser, you or Vincent?
Well, I was Vincent?
Mhm.
I can't believe it. I'm going to space after all. But without Chase? I'm sorry, Vince. I get a new group of friends, and my parents back, but I have to leave them behind?
According to the Chemian Science Department, everything but the mind of the anchor person will be reset to 1915. The Night in the Mine with Jack. I can't make you go, but if you do say, it would mean nothing. We'll have all been. Grabs his neck metal. Oh, is that like his collar or something?
You'll find out in Astra.
Ah.
He gets nearly decapitated, and the parents have to like weld his neck back on, his head back on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
it's messed up.
well, I'm not supposed to be going. I'm not supposed to be the parent's puppet. I'm going to see my wolf again. Nothing will stop me. You can live a life or just be stuck forever, controlled by them.
I kind of wish I had an anchor charm like yours, Leo, to remember Chase by.
Oh, God, yes. We should all wear one so we can never forget. Like an anime.
Sounds totally cheese-tastic. I love it. And you're doing it too, Flynn. Flynn frowns.
Ugh. I'll be sure to get you eat. I'll be sure to get you each get one. I'll be sure you each
I'll
get
make
one.
sure you get each one. I don't
I'll
know.
make sure you each
I
get
will
one.
fix it. I'll make sure you each get one.
I'll make sure you each get one.
Everyone, except for the small otter and his big feline alter ego, gets on the ship. Leo being the last, but turns around to take one last look at his otter as the door closes.
Stula!
The door closes as the wolf howls. The shine of the landing spacecraft covers the screen. Cut back to
How melodramatic.
the inside of the spaceship. We come back to Cindy looking at the shine of his anchor charm.
We will get you out of here, Chase. Just hang in there a little.
Sydney fires up the engines. Outside in the Sands Echo, Sam's making his way home and sees the light of Sydney's spaceship flies away. Sam waves him off. Inside of the back room of the Hip at night, Sam lets himself into the back of the Hip, but is stopped by Cynthia. She's donned in a simple tan nightgown. Long night. Cynthia hands Sam a cigarette and the two light up.
Thanks.
Someone's got to look after you. You're one of my girls, after all. And here we protect our girls. Don't laugh.
We are going to make that money.
It's going to be a rough time again, isn't it? It's going to be a rough time again.
Yeah, but we'll make it.
Can I trust you?
Why not?
Even after all those years, there's still things I don't know.
It's not a simple chit-chat. I have tried before.
And I'm part of things. Cynthia looks confused.
My other half. Not my better half. Yeah, not a
Hey!
simple chit-chat.
I heard that, Sam!
I think that's you.
Oh, right. No, would not be a good time for chit-chats. Tomorrow's going to be a doozy. Well, you know, I'll follow you to the gates of hell themselves.
Never got that bad yet, right?
Yeah, well, I have girls to look after, you know.
You're all my girls. The powder room girls, you, my smoke room boys. Hell, Will, Nick, Ralph. Fuck, all of Echo. I know, and I'll die sooner than give you up.
How often does it come to that?
Not often enough for you to be afraid.
The room fills with smoke. Inside the grand halls of the Hallowed Castle. Morning. First rays of the sun begin to beam through the window. The hall is massive with regal tapestries lining the stone walls, its floor lined with rush purple carpets, and on the column the banners show the Von Hallowed coat of arms. A throne at the head of the hall sits a weasel, his deep brown walnut His fur deep walnut brown, his clothes regal, a top hat and a diamond-tipped cane that he strokes. He sits alone, self, in an empty court. A dog named Alfred, shot in shadows, enters holding a paper. Report!
We have his report, Cables, but he is past the deadline, so he must have failed.
What has become of my son?
It is not.
I did not ask for opinions. Report!
He has stayed in the small town of Echo for all these years.
Even without my money?
So he appears to be making a living as some kind of showgirl. Then he prostitutes himself to men after the show.
It turns out his blood is royal, yet he pollutes it with sodomy and frivolity. I will be king through my son's blood. Prepare the dreadnought. I will not be denied. A strange wind blows through the royal throne room.
Yes, destination.
Destination Echo. And also, bring the hounds.
The hounds, sir? I doubt.
I have the strangest feeling that we will need them. It might just be a smell or a taste on the wind, but I have a feeling. And they will serve at my leisure. Have them moored and make sure they are ready. Lord Hallowick rises and takes his leave. Then we go to credits, and then after the credits, inside in Neferu's ship, Neferu rests back in his chair as the computer beeps and boops around him.
The Aquatarian ship has exited the atmosphere.
And when will the temporal stability device be on? And when will this temporal stability device is online?
Risk calculation still compiling with the additional data.
They are working.
Neferu looks at the screen on his left and shows a picture. Let me just pack up quick along here. Jenna, Neferu, and a few other jackals wearing lab coats. In the corner, a Phoenix Fox lays down on a bed hooked up to machines. Under the photo, it reads the Chemian Science Department.
Detect increased levels of stress. Would you like a calming tablet?
No, I would not. Keith, you shouldn't have to go through this. Fuck the treaty. I am going to get Jenna and the data she needs so you can wake up.
Time anchor calculations complete. Chances of being erased from time lowered from 98% certainty to statistically risk-free level when activated.
No worries then. Activate the barrier and the ship is past the barrier. Activate it after the ship is past the barrier. Tomorrow, I'm going to have me some fun with that Catboy.
Neferu puts his paws up and goes to sleep while reclining in his pilot seat. And then we fade to black.
I think that's it.
Yep.
Indeed.
So how'd you guys like that one?
Yes, that one was better, I believe.
I know, it didn't have quite as many shootings in it, but, you know, what can you do? Not everything gets machine guns.
It has suspense and building it up for later episodes.
In quite a British way, no less.
Yeah.
Be the British wave, just like with
Man, I
rock
hope Sydney
and
doesn't take that
speed
advice
into-
Chase gave him and does the opposite with it. That'd be terrible.
Foreshadowing.
Oh,
Ah.
gasp. Now we just need like a Mexican sitcom where like every single character in the entire show has their own specific reaction shot.
Oh my! Oh no! Oh no!
No! Nine!
Oh no! Cliff is pregnant! Again!
Oh!
And you're the father!
Wait, so what
And
happens if they
Murdoch's
get
not the father!
so what happens if they get pregnant and then they shape change into like a different body?
Honestly, I have no idea how birth is supposed to work in the Echoverse because everyone's gay. but they all have grandkids that live on to the 2015. So it's like, how? I mean, the
what
only
was that?
explanation is Will, and because he was forced to be straight and then divorce his wife. So he's
What
the
was
only
that?
one that has an explanation.
Nice.
I
What was
assume
that
everyone
one?
else just has like storks bring children or something.
Story.
They just clone themselves. What was that one thing? I think it was, what was it called? I think it was Australian or something, like Omegaverse or something. Like
Oh.
ages ago.
Yeah. Well, there's the Keithaverse, but we're not there yet.
Okay, sounds good.
That's one of the alternate universes. Omegaverse? I'm not remembering.
Are you talking about the Negaverse from Sailor Moon?
No, it was something I remember from like 10, 15 years ago. Basically, the idea was that like the Omega of a pack could get pregnant despite being male.
What the heck?
I don't remember that in the Alpha and Omega movie.
I don't think it was that.
That's the depth of my furry knowledge.
There you go.
So you guys intrigued for episode 3?
Yes, let's do it.
Where we boldly go into the future!
Oh,
We're gonna meet Doc.
Back to the future! Or a rapist bear. It's one of those two things that'll be prowling about.
Rapist bear.
rapist bell.
To be fair, he is the original Cocaine Bear.
Yeah, he's got all the swords on his body to show it too.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, they glowed him up for Arch's the sequel. I'm like, wait, is that the same guy? He actually is looking good. What the hell?
Did they beef him up?
Yeah. I'm like, wait, did he like get sober or something in the intervening years? It's like, no, it's a trick.
Brian, did you get clean? You kind of looking good, dude.
When did you get all your teeth back?
When'd you get like skin surgery to get rid of all the welts and shit?
Apparently, living alone and just staring at your hallucinations all day makes your skin better. I'll have to try that sometime.
Maybe what happened is he laid down and he saw himself in the mirror. He was like, "Wow, I look like shit. I need to clean myself the fuck up."
No, all his roofies expired, so he's just doing all the out of date drugs that he had left over, and
He's doing
those
skin
fix your
bunch.
skin. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're great for the skin.
He just decided to take all the LSD and peyote, and then these like extra dimensional beings that he talked to were just like, "Oi, clean yourself once in a while, bruh."
Is he's going through like all the pills and he finishes those and then he starts taking like all the like the mouthwash and drinking scope and stuff. And finally he's like all I have now are these little skin creams. I wonder if they'll get me high. And he starts taking them, starts drinking them and shit. And then it's like next thing you know, all the sores are clearing up. Oh,
Yeah,
I feel better.
yeah. The spirit beasts were like, "Brush your teeth."
the giant toothbrush comes screaming through the window. Brush your teeth.
Yeah, the little blue alien from the mine just walks over, starts scrubbing him up. He's just a little alien loofah now.
Alien loofah. Rubbing off on Brian. Cleans up the green bug.
Yeah, that's the secret ending to Leo's route. He doesn't die; he just gets really clean from the alien loofah that attacks him.
Like, oh, it's a toothless bunny wabbit. It's got no claws. It's just trying to bite me. But it can't hurt me.
And then it turns out it's the Monty Python rabbit.
Mother of God!
Ready the holy hand grenade?
Run away!
The holy hand grenade of Antioch. Do the
All right,
count
so you
to 5. 1, 2, 4, 3, 4, 3.
1, 2, 4, 3, sir. 3!
You must count past 2, but not up to 4. If you've gone to 5, you've gone too far.
And 6 is outright not outright or something.
Is outright wrong. I like the he would just die. He wouldn't write.
And of course, everyone's favorite knight, Sir not appearing in this film.
And then they entered winter. They entered winter, and Robin ate his minstrels, and there was much rejoicing. Yay!
Let's not go to Camelot. That's an awfully silly place.
It's only a model.
What a great movie.
Mhm.
Now I'm gonna have to see if I have that anywhere. I assume I do.
Had like a watch along with all the fans.
All right. So, anything else you guys want to say before we close out?
I don't think so.
I think that's it.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right. Well, that's episode 2, everybody. Stay tuned for episode 3 coming soon.
All right, bye everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm Chase. I got sweet caramel muffins. Bye.